let's get started. And obviously the big story in the NBA last night, Kelvin, was the return of Luka. And, he piled up a lot of points, and the Lakers won, and there were tears and the confetti and T-shirts and all that. I'm going to say this. Luka had crocodile tears for me. I'm not buying any of what went on last night. Totally crocodile tears, fake crying, like this was the end. Oh, my God, like he had won 8 championships and he couldn't believe that he's not going to be in Dallas. And, they were showing Nico, the GM, and he was in attendance. You could see him. He wasn't hiding in the corridors or whatever. But when I think about this whole scenario and what happened in Dallas, there's only one person to blame for this. And it ain't the GM, it ain't the coach, and it ain't ownership. It's Luka Doncic himself. He's to blame, and fans don't understand this. You know why he's to blame, Kelvin?
Why?
Because he gave ownership, management, doubt about him to where they didn't want to sign him to $350 million. He's the one who gave them the doubt where they would rather not. We talked about this over and over. This is not a basketball trade. You don't trade a 25-year-old, 5-time All-NBA first-team guy. It's never happened. But his behavior, I don't have all the details, but obviously it spooked them. It scared them that they didn't want to turn over $350 million to a guy they can't trust. That's why Luka's in Los Angeles, not because of ownership or they're cheap or whatever you want to do. You can blame everybody you want. The rightful blame goes to Luka, period.
All right, so I'm going to start back with more of the night and the fact that you think Luka's tears were fake or crocodile tears. Stop it, Rob, because right now you are back in New York where you were honored. You literally went out of your way to be honored because you have a memorial there. And so therefore you know what it feels like to be honored for a place you call home and a place you love. And that's simply what happened to Luka last night. He was back where it started, back where he was a teenager in America, foreign country, where he was mentored by Dirk, mentored by Mark Cuban, loved by fans, learned to become a man. And out of the blue, he was not complaining. There were no trade request rumors. Out of the blue, the brother is literally closing on a home, and he got, it traded.
Okay, so let me just stop this video real fast because as we all know, Luka Doncic, he faced his former teammates when he faced the Dallas Mavericks with his new team, Lakers, that he's playing for. And when he touched down with the Lakers in Dallas, he was very emotional. And Dallas Mavericks, they even decided to play this tribute video before the game. And you could clearly see that Luka was affected by it, and he was very emotional while he was watching this tribute video. And that's understanding because he basically came to Dallas when he was just a kid, and he has great memories with the club. And it's just an unfortunate situation for Luka that he was traded to the Lakers. I'm not sure why, but Rob Parker, he doesn't like that Luka that he got emotional. So let's get back to the clip.
So, of course, that would be emotional. And what do we always hear when we hear from old players who, even if they're traded nicely, they say a request to trade and it happens. They always say, it's amazing when I come back to see the ushers and the concession people and the equipment manager, because they say it's those people I saw every day that made sure I had the food, made sure, gave me a hug on my way in. And so to see those people again and also to see a video where it all started, come on, Rob, I know you done got old, but your heart is still soft. It's still mushy. You still understand what that's like. So that's the first part when it comes to that. I totally understand why he shed the tears. Now, we go back to the organization saying who's the cause of this or who's to blame. I still stand that it's this new ownership group. for multiple reasons. One, you don't give up on a player of this caliber yet. To me, you exhaust all options. And then what's the disconnect between Mark Cuban, who literally said I'd leave my wife before I let go of Luka, and now this new ownership?
But he doesn't own the team.
Right. So what I'm saying is you haven't been here, new ownership group, because the guy who'd been there is literally 20 plus years, the owner, loved Luka so much so that he would never, I'm looking at my new Dirk, I'd never get rid of this guy. I'm hitching my wagon to him as long as possible. And in a matter of months or a year, he sells a team, and you're ready to get rid of him. Where's the disconnect that fast? Meaning you didn't even have time to invest, time to see, okay, what can we work with? How can we do this? How can we figure out? You're already ready to either get rid of him or just simply shed dollars. I count that as an issue with ownership. And if you did feel that way, if they subscribe to the Rob Parker plan, all right, then you got to give me more. You got to give me Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves and some picks. I need more. It can't simply be AD. And obviously they got another pieces and Christie and all, but you get what I'm saying. I need guys. Austin Reeves can be a heck of a, as we've seen, third option, a really good third option. I need picks as we're rebuilding. So to me, if for whatever reasons, Luka calls somebody's wife a B word or something crazy behind the scenes we'll never know, then fine, you have to get more. And it can't be an injury-prone guy in Anthony Davis when you're telling me, I believe at some point Luka's going to be injured. Well, you got the guy who's always injured, so make it make sense. So to me, it's just, and then you saw with your fan base, how they feel about you. It looked like a Laker home game. They had fans were clever. They had fire Nico, but they know they couldn't walk in with the sign themselves or they would get kicked out. So this guy had F, that guy had I, that guy had R, that gal had E, and so on and down the line. They knew the Mavericks tried to cover up the noise. They played a bunch of music. And the only time in the arena you can't play music, it was when somebody's at the free throw line. And what happened when they had to be silent? Fire Nico. So they're in a world of hurt right now, man.
Easy. That's too easy. Fire the general manager. That's
it ain't him. You and I both agree on that. It's okay. Ownership.
That's too easy.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
He didn't do that on his own, and that's what I'm trying to tell you is the bottom line is Luka is the one who gave them doubt about him.
What's up, y'all? So first of all, I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. And the clip I did show y'all, that was Rob Parker, and he was reacting to Luka Doncic getting emotional when he played versus, Lakers versus Dallas Mavericks. He faced his former teammates. It was a face-off, and no one really knew which team that would win. And in the end, it happened to be the Lakers with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. And before the game, that's when they were playing this tribute video to Luka Doncic, and you could clearly see that Luka Doncic, he was very emotional while he was watching this video. And I understand it because he has so many memories from this team. And especially when he got the news that he was traded from Dallas to the Lakers, that's when he broke down, according to some sources. He was in the middle of the process of, he was just about to buy a new house, and that's when he got the news that he had been traded to the Lakers. And I think that most people would get emotional just like Luka Doncic. But according to Rob Parker, he didn't like that at all. And, Luka Doncic, he even said it after the game. In an interview, he said that it's time for him to, move on. And I agree with him because this is the second time that he has faced off with his former teammates. He did it in Los Angeles, and now this time it was time to face off his former teammates in Dallas. And like he said, it's time to move on now. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.